Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to be your subject teacher for disciplines and ideas in the applied social sciences. My name is Sharon Rose S. Marshall. Last year, during the second or school year 2020 to 2021, you have taken the first part or the prerequisite ng inyo pong social sciences course under humanities. So this year, ang pag-aaralan nyo naman po ay ang applied social sciences. But since we don't have the face-to-face last year, and ngayon lang po tayo nagkaroon ng blended learning, which is the modular and the online discussion, we will be having a review, a short review for your social sciences, the purely social sciences. But first, before we will go to that, we'll move on to the definition, or must I say, defining of social sciences and applied social sciences. So social sciences is the study of society and the manner which people behave and influence the world around us. The uttermost goal of social science is to answer different questions and problems about the society and human condition on how to improve it. It provides vital information for the governments and policymakers, local authorities, and non-governmental organizations, and others. Sa social science kasi kailangan nating pag-aralan yung society, why do people need to follow this rule, follow this policy, like that. So yun yung mga kailangan nating makita kayo, kasi kayo yung future generation ng ating bansa. Kailangan malaman natin paano ba nakakaapekto yung mga tao sa society, kasi sila yung tao ang tao is actually the main component or sila yung bumubuo ng society. Ang goal niya, nasabi naman na po dyan, it's to sa isang society kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng problem. Meron at merong problema yan. Hindi nawawala. Kahit sa buhay, di ba? Meron pa ring problema, hindi mawawala. Laging meron at merong mag-a-arise. So, we have to study disciplines under social sciences so that we will be able to see what is or what are the policies na pwede nating what do you call this? Na pwedeng gawin ng government, paano i-address ni government yung issue, paano ma-resolve si issue, and like that. So there were 8 basic science disciplines, social science disciplines that you have studied last year, although hindi po siya masyadong na-explain po sa inyo because we had the purely modular. We have the anthropology, the economics, geography, history, linguistics, political science, psychology, sociology, and lastly or finally the demographics. So, ipakita ko lang sa inyo kung ano yung mga yon. So, punta tayo sa next slide. So, the basic pure social science disciplines. We have the economics. Economics is a social science concerned with the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. O for example, dito sa Pilipinas, or kahit saang lugar, paano ba mabubuhay yung isang bayan o sa atin dito sa lawak, sabihin na natin, ito'y lawak. Kasatno tayo nga mabiyag, dito'y lawak no, ti economics tayo, haan nga hindi maiproduce siya ng tama, hindi siya may distribute ng tama, paano ba pag sinabi natin consumption, paano ba ginagamit or paano ba natin nauubos ang goods and services and others. Okay? Pagbagsak ang economy ng isang bansa or ng isang lugar, nagkakaroon po kasi yan ng problema sa atin. So, meron po kayong subject na economics under Sir Marlon. I'm pretty sure na i-explain naman po ni Sir Marlon yan ng much deeper. So, hindi ko na siya ita-touch base talaga na sobra Kasi this is just your review kumbaga. Okay? And then we have the anthropology, the study of what makes us human, the scientific study of humans and human behavior and societies in the past and present. So, paano ba natin maiintindihan yung ngayon? Yun yung basic question. So, hindi mo maiintindihan kung saan ka nanggaling, tayo as tao, kailangan nating pag-aralan, saan ba nanggaling ang tao? Bakit ganito ang behavior ng tao ngayon? Anong pinagkaiba ng behavior ng tao ngayon sa behavior ng tao noon? Kaya nga, di ba, meron pa yung sikat na sa anthropology, meron, o sa science ninyo, kilala naman po natin si Charles Darwin. Hindi ba? Nasabi pa nga, sabi niya sa kanyang libro ay tayo ay galing sa unggoy. Pero that was actually retracted by Charles Darwin nung mga last years na nung bago siya mamatay. Okay? Next, what we have is the history, the discipline that studies the chronological events as affecting a nation or people based on a critical examination of source, material, and usually presenting an explanation of their causes. So pag sinabi natin chronological, ibig sabihin magkakasunod. Kumbaga 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hindi pwede yung baliktad 5, 6, 7 or hindi pwede yung yung sabi natin halukay ube or yung halo-halo 3, 4, 6, 7 3, 4, 6, 7 o kaya babalik ka doon sa 9 tapos punta ka sa 1 and like that. Okay? So bakit kailangan pag-aralan mo din si history? Okay? Para makita natin kung bakit nangyari ang isang event. Halimbawa, sa atin, sa Pilipinas, yung martial law. Bakit nangyari si martial law? Anong dahilan? Anong reason? Okay? So that's the reason why we have to study history. And then we also have the geography, the study of places and relationships between people and their environment. So sa geography naman, 'di ba, sa napag-aralan ninyo sa junior high school ninyo at nung elementary kayo, that we have how many continents? And each continent ay composing ng maraming bansa. So bakit ang Asia, iba ang kanyang culture kay Latin America or kay Americans, iba din ang culture ni Europe kay Asia, doon, kailangan pag-aralan kasi kung saan located yung bansa or kung saan located yung isang lugar, saan located yung isang bansa, nakakaapekto kasi yun, yung geography nila. Okay? Ano ba yung relationship ng geography nila sa sa kanila? Bakit kaya kailangan, example na ba't kailangan magsuot ng mga taga-Korea ng ganito? O bakit tayo hindi? O bakit iba ang climate ni Korea o iba ang climate ni Pilipinas? What is the reason or what are the reasons? Okay? Next, we have the linguistics, the scientific study of language and its structures. It involves analyzing language form, language meaning, and language in context. Meron po kayong oral communication. Nakuha nyo na po yun, I believe, last year. And doon po sa oral communication, dinidiscuss yan. Dinidiscuss din po yan sa lahat ng English subject po ninyo. We have to study the language, yung structure, yung form ng language, kailangan nating pag-aaralan para maintindihan natin yung, halimbawa, may gusto kang sabihin, ano ba yung gustong sabihin na, ano bang ibig sabihin ng isang sentence, or ano bang ibig sabihin ng isang language, ng isang word na ganito. So, hindi mo alam yun, hindi mo maintindihan yung structure, kumbaga, hindi mo alam paano intindihin, wala. Okay? And language is very important. Kasi hindi tayo makakapag-communicate sa ibang tao kung hindi tayo marunong yan, yung linguistics. Okay? And then we have the psychology, the scientific study of mind and behavior. It is a multifaceted discipline and includes many subfields of study such as areas as human development, sports, health, clinical, and social behavior, and cognitive processes. So meron siyang iba-ibang subfield, sabi nga diyan. Pero hindi na natin 'yun i-discuss isa-isa. Right? Sa psychology, ang involved dyan yung mind natin. Kasi ang mind natin, nakaka-apekto kung paano tayo sa ano natin, paano tayo makipagkapwa-tao, paano yung mindset natin, nagkakaproblema ba when it comes to the things that we are thinking, paano ba tayo mag-develop, ano ba yung mababay ba yung self-esteem natin, andun na lahat-lahat actually. Okay? Yung social behavior mo ba, okay ba? Okay ka ba sa ibang tao? Okay ba yung ano mo, social life mo, ganyan. Okay? So, ang keyword lang dito is yung mind. Okay? It comes with the mind. All right. Next, we have the demographics, the study of population based on the factors such as age, race, and sex. Governments, corporation, and non-government organizations use demographics to learn more about population's characteristics for many purposes, including policy, development, and economic market research. If you are watching the news, meron po dyan pinag-aaralan kasi din nila yan sa demographics. Kailangan yan. Kasi halimbawa ngayon sa Pilipinas, meron po tayong tinatawag na inflation. So, sobra yung inflation po natin. When that inflation, pag ang inflation nangyari, may ano kasi yan sa effect yan sa tao. Yung overpopulation din natin, we are already at 100 something million. I think 108 million uh, na tayo. Pero hindi pa yun yung exact kasi may mga hindi nabibilang. So ano bang mangyayari pag overpopulated na ang tao? Okay? Ano bang magiging negative effect nun? Ano ba ang positive effect niya? But more likely, anong negative effect niya? Okay? Alright, next, sociology is the study of human social relationship and institution. Sociology's subject matter is diverse, ranging from crime to religion, the family to the state, from the division of race and social classes to the shared beliefs of common culture, and from social stability to radical change in whole society. So pinag-aaralan na dito bakit merong bakit ganito ang behavior ng tao. Halimbawa, bakit pumapatay ang isang tao, bakit nagkakaroon ng crime, bakit ano yung iba-ibang belief ng religions, ano yung problema, ano ba yung mga na-encounter ng family. A lot of us meron pong problema sa family, no? Alright? And then, meron din po kasi tayong tinatawag na yung social class. Ano ba yung social class na sinasabi natin? The social class, depende yan. Okay? Meron kasi yung upper, middle, and lower class. Okay? And then, yung race po, division of race, sabi niya kasi, halimbawa tayo, okay, sa Pilipino, meron tayong mga indigenous, indigenous people. Iba yung race, same sila, pero parang nakasab kasi yon from pagiging, ano ba, yung mga Igorot, mga Aita, ganyan. So, iba yung beliefs kasi nila sa beliefs natin. Na, ano ba, pag-compare natin yung sa Baguio at saka dito, or pag-compare natin yung mga upper at saka dito, may iba silang beliefs sa atin. Okay? Alright. Next. So, ngayon naman, punta tayo doon sa doon sa applied social sciences. So, what is applied social sciences? This is the study that uses the knowledge-based theories, principles, and methods of interdisciplinary disciplines of basic social science to understand the society and to help address or solve a social problem or practical problem in the society. So doon sa 8 na ating nabanggit kanina, na-discuss kanina, nagkakaroon kasi yan ng mga problems. So bakit nandito si Applied Social Science? Andito siya para ma-address din natin yung anumang problema na pwedeng mag-arise doon sa mga nabanggit. Okay? Katulad ng economics o sa family. Family is the basic unit of society. Yun ang tinuro sa atin, di ba? So, kung may problema sa family pa lang, sa smallest part, smallest unit ng society natin, paano mag-grow ang isang komunidad kung doon pa lang may problema na. Okay? So the first one is actually the counseling. Ito muna yung pag-aaralan natin, wala po muna doon sa ibang part. The counseling, it empowers diverse individuals, families, and groups to accomplish mental health, wellness, education, and career goals. It involves helping people make needed changes in ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving. Kung naalala nyo po, meron po kayong tinatawag na homeroom guidance. Kaya doon po yung pumapasok yung isang example ng counseling. Pero pag sinabi natin yung counseling talaga, ito yung mga bakit kailangan natin ng counseling. It's because yung mind kasi, 'di ba, nag-umpisa lahat doon. Kung meron kang healthy mind, meron ka ring healthy body. The sad fact is that when it comes to mental health, dito sa atin po pati sa ibang bansa, kasi hindi priority ang mental health natin. And it's a taboo kumbaga pagdating sa mental health. Pag pinag-uusapan ng mental health, um, hindi siya ganon ka-priority. Pero dapat unti-unti na siyang buksan. I will share my experience about it, since you already know I've mentioned last year that I've gone through counseling. I've gone through something difficult also with my mental health. Okay. Next, we have social work. It focuses on social change, problem solving, human relationship, and the empowerment and liberation of people to enhance social justice. So, pag sinabi natin kasing justice, wala dapat pinipili, wala dapat kinakampihan, mayaman man or mahirap. The problem with the society that we have right now, unfortunately, this is too good to be true. Kasi alam natin, nakikita natin kung ano yung talagang sitwasyon, lalo na kapag mapera na ang tao na involved. Okay? Next, communication focuses on how humans use verbal and nonverbal messages to create meaning in various contexts across cultures using a variety of channels and media. So ito naman yung so communication, dito natin pag-aaralan yung mga iba-ibang channels, kung paano tayo makipag-communicate, paano tayo what do you call this? Makapagpadala ng message, makapag-create ng isang message. Okay? Next. So we'll go to lesson 1, the discipline. What is the discipline of counseling? Sociology defined counseling as the process of guiding a person during a stage of life when reassessments or decisions have to be made about himself or herself and his or her life course. So pag-exit nyo po ng inyong senior high school, meron po kayong tinatawag na counseling din for career. Ano ba yung kukunin ninyo? Ano ba yung maganda? Although naano nyo na yan, nakuan nyo na yan dito sa bago kayo mag senior high, di ba dapat what do you call this? Naka-align na dapat yung kinukuha ninyo. Alright? And then, counseling is also needed for other part or other things, but we will go deeper into that. So, sino ba yung mga pwedeng mag-counseling or magbigay ng counseling? Sila yung tinatawag na counselors. Sila yung professionally trained and certified to perform counseling. Kasi pwede tayong magbigay ng advice. Pwede tayong magsabi, so halimbawa may problema yung kaibigan mo, pwede mo siyang i-advise. Pwede mo siyang bigyan, i-encourage and everything. Pero hindi kasi tayo professionally trained. Pagdating kasi sa mental, kapag meron na po kasing problema sa mental natin, sa mental health natin, hindi lang sa career, kasi ang naging problema ngayon, maraming example, nagkaka-depression, marami pong iba't ibang uri ng mental problems at mental na sakit. But it doesn't mean to say that if you have a mental problem or you have a mental illness, wala ka ng pag-asa or wala ka ng mapupuntahan or anything. Let's go to the next one. So, the counselors, saan ba sila experts? Expert sila sa marriage, sa family, sa inyo na mga youth, and sa students. Kaya nga po may tinatawag po tayong guidance counselor sa school. Other life transition, dealing with managing issues of loss or death, retirement, divorce, and parenting. So doon sa dito kasi meron tayo kasing mga different stages of life, may mga nangyayari sa atin na biglaan. Example, yung loss of death, sa retirement, ano bang gagawin mo? Divorce, kung halimbawa nag-divorce ka, sinong affected, anong mangyayari? Parenting din, may problema sa parenting. Pag sinabi nating parenting, maayos ba yung parenting ng magulang, okay ba, and everything. Counselors and their job. It's to provide advice, provide guidance in decision making in emotionally significant situation. So sometimes when we have problems or hindi tayo sigurado kung ano yung gagawin natin, andyan nag-i-exist yung counselor. Ikaw hindi mo alam kung anong kukunin mo pag nag-college ka, hindi mo under rooms ka pero hindi ka pa rin maka-decide. So they are there to actually help you. Or sometimes, halimbawa yung sa akin, sa depression ko noon, nag-undergo po ako ng counseling. Kasi I was emotionally disturbed, I was mentally disturbed. So hindi ko na alam kung ano yung proper decision making ko noon. Hindi na kasi akong nagde-decide. Yung ko na, family ko na. But for the counseling, ang ganda niya kapag meron kang mahal nga lang ang bayan. Kasi ang ko noon, I'm paying 600 pesos per session and that's just 1 hour. Okay? Counseling is a generally non-clinical intervention. Traditionally, in many societies, counseling is provided by family, friends, and wise elderly. Sabi niya dito, non-clinical intervention. Kasi hindi ka pa po dyan naggagamot. So, for example, ako ulit yung gagamitin ko para mas makuha nyo. Before ako nag-counseling, actually, pinaggamot muna nila ako. Kasi hindi to magiging effective si counseling ko kung hindi muna ako naggamot. Kasi the medicine that I'm taking, it helped me to be still with my mind. Kasi ang sabi nila, kapag meron ka na pong mental health problem, yung utak mo, hindi na kasi siya meron ng chemical, may tinatawag po kasi na chemical imbalance. Kapag may chemical imbalance ka na sa brain mo, ang ibig sabihin noon, hindi ka na magiging productive, hindi mo na alam kung anong gagawin mo. So, as a discipline of counseling, it is allied to psychology and deals with human responses to normal life events, which may sometimes create stress for some people who in turn choose to ask help and support. So, maraming problema sa mundo, marami tayong problemang kinakaharap. Each one of us meron at meron. Ngayon, sometimes those problems that we are experiencing, it's too much, hindi na kaya ng brain natin. Kapag hindi na kaya ng brain natin, susunod yung katawan natin. Hindi po ba? So, doon po pumapasok kung kapag na-stress ka na, nagpapakamatay naisip mo na magpakamatay, naisip mo ng ganito-ganyan, which is not. Aaminin ko naman sa inyo, before, okay, ko yan, naisip ko, pero maganda kasi kapag may family support ka, kasi sila yung tumulong talaga sa akin, aside from the gamot and everything. Okay? Counseling is widely considered the heart of the guidance services in school. So, meron tayong guidance counselor, si Ma'am Nelly. Okay? So, kapag may problema sa school, may nag-aaway sa school, may nagsuntukan sa school, o yan, dyan pinupunta. Okay? Counseling utilizes appraisal and assessment to aid counseling by gathering information about the client's use of psychological tests and psychometric devices. So before kanila i-assess, before naman i-assess ka ng counselor, okay, kukuha muna yan ng mga information sa'yo. Meron din silang ginagamit. And usually, yung psychological test at saka psychological test, ginagawa yan para makita if okay ka ba talaga. Usually sa work po yan. Okay? Next, psychometrics is a branch of psychology that deals with the design, administration, and interpretation of quantitative tests for the measurement of psychological variables such as intelligence, aptitude, interest, and personality traits. Pag sinabi nating quantitative, ibig sabihin numbers. So sila yung nag-i-interpret nung mga numbers na nakuha. Halimbawa, papasok ka pa sa pagkapulis or nakapasa ka na, pulis ka na, pero before ka pa pumasok na ma-hire ka, tingnan muna nila, okay ka ba? Ano ba yung intelligence capacity mo? Ano ba yung interest mo? At ano ba yung traits mo? Kasi doon nila makikita kung magiging maayos ka na empleyado. Okay? So, yan po yung trabaho ng psychometrician. What are the goals of counseling? It aimed at empowering a client. Client empowerment means they have developed skills and abilities that require self-management and improve motivation towards action that are good for oneself and develop a positive outlook toward the past, leading to some closure and attainment of relative inner and outer harmony, resulting to improvement in relationship with family, friends, and others. Okay? So, ayun yung sinasabi ko kanina na we always have to think that we should be good or we are good for we should have a positive outlook. Kasi kapag wala tayong positive outlook sa buhay natin, walang mangyayari. And ano yung magiging pag walang positive outlook, kapag negative ka na lang dyan parati, iniisip mo na lang parati yung problema, wala na akong magawa, ganito, ganyan. O ano, maapektuhan, hindi ba yung family mo unang-una? Susunod dyan yung friends mo and colleagues mo and yung iba pang bagay. Marami. Okay? So, goals of counseling. Let's go to the scope of counseling. The scope of counseling is wide. It involves application of some psychological theories and recognized communication skills. So, hindi siya basta-basta. Kaya nga, dapat, ang gagawa niyan ng counseling is yung talagang nag-aral ng mga theories nung under psychology kasi nga mahirap kapag mind na yung pinag-uusapan. Okay, next, the principles of counseling. Principles of counseling. Counselors must try to keep this principle in mind at all times in order to be effective. So, release emotional tension. When person begins to explain their concern to a sympathetic listener, their tensions begin to subside. Hindi ba kahit naman ibang tao, okay, kapag punong-puno ka na ng emotions kasi, andun na din kasi yung parang hindi ka mapakali and everything, dami mong iniisip na yon. Kung iba po yung sympathetic sa empathetic or empathic. Sabi natin, sympathy and empathy is different. So, yung sympathy, nakikisimpat siya lang siya sa'yo. Ibig sabihin, nakikisimpat siya sa'yo. Ibig sabihin, hindi nga alam niya yung alam niya na kung malungkot ka, nalulungkot din siya para sa'yo. Kung masaya ka, masaya din siya para sa'yo. Pero hindi niya nilalagay yung sarili niya under your shoes. Pero kapag sinabi naman natin empathy, yun naman yung may sympathy siya, pero nilalagay niya yung sarili niya in your shoes. Kumbaga, sinuot niya yung sapatos mo para malaman niya, maintindihan niya lalo kung ano yung nararamdaman mo. Okay? So, that's one of the principles of counseling. It's to reduce emotional tension. Kapag nasabi na kasi natin, na-let out na kasi natin, na labas na natin lahat yung mga gusto nating sabihin, doon na na-release lahat ng emotions mo na build up dyan. Okay? And then clarified thinking. Encourage client to accept responsibility for problems and be more realistic in solving them. Sometimes there are people na ano kasi na they are not responsible enough for the problem, and sometimes hindi nila alam kung paano i-solve si problem. So si counselor, sasabihin yan sa'yo, i-encourage ka niyan na kaya mo naman yan i-solve. Wala namang problema na hindi i-solve, na hindi kayang i-solve. Okay? We have to accept that problems are part of life. Hindi po natin yan maiiwasan. Ngayon pa lang, naka-senior high school na kayo, di ba nakaka-experience na kayo ng problema. Meron pa po kayong problema na may experience in the near future. Hindi lang po yan. So, ngayon sa studies pa lang kayo may problema, sa family, ganyan, pero in the near future, meron at meron pa kayong may encounter. Kasi hanggat nabubuhay po tayo dito sa mundo, meron po, nag-i-exist po yan, yung problema po. The problem with that, or the thing that you can do with that is that when you have problems, okay, dati hindi ko din alam mag-handle ng problema eh. But now, I know how to handle. When we have problems, we have to be realistic as well na, itong problema na to. Sabi nga nila, hindi naman sabi nga nila, after, there is a rainbow after the rain, hindi ba? Okay, di ba? Pag kakita nyo na pag umulan ng malakas na malakas, tapos may rainbow, ang ganda-ganda. O kaya, hindi naman forever na andyan ka lang sa sa sitwasyon mo na ganyan. Hindi naman forever na yung araw o yung oras nakapako na lang dyan. May bukas pa. Sabi nga nila, huwag kang mawalan ng pag-asa. Kasi nga, marami ka pang magagawa. You, as senior high school students, marami ba kayong magagawa ang babata nyo pa? Okay? Advice. Advice giving has to avoid breeding a relationship in which the counselee feels inferior and emotionally dependent on the counselor. So, hindi din pwedeng super dependent. I-advise ka lang ni counselor kung anong mga gagawin mo. Pero hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin sa kanya na, counselor, ikaw na yung mag-decide para sa buhay ko. Counselor, ito ang gawin mo para sa buhay ko. That's not it. Okay? Advice lang. Okay? So, sometimes, when we feel inferior about ourselves, yun doon nag-uumpisa kasi yung problema sa mental health din natin po. Okay, so dapat we always look at ourselves. To tell you the truth, honestly, I don't look at the mirror in the past. Ayokong tignan yung sarili ko sa harap ng salamin before because ang hina ng self-esteem ko. Pero as the time went by, as the time goes by, natutunan ko na dapat you have to accept who you are. Whatever your physical appearance is, whatever the negative and positive trait that you have is, you have to accept that because that's part of being you. All you have to do is for you to grow as a person. Pag sinabing to grow as a person, hindi physically na grow. Ibig sabihin, kapag mag-grow as a person, maging matured enough, maging responsible enough with the actions that we are taking, with the decisions that we are making. Okay? The reassurance, it can bring sense of relief that may empower a client to function normally again. Wag po nating sabihin na abnormal, Ang reassurance galing sa counselor, kasi yan, sasabihin niya sa'yo na, magiging okay din ang lahat. Although, unti-untiin ka niya ni counselor, hindi ka pwedeng kasi nga, sabi ko nga sa inyo, when you go to counseling, hindi lang yan iisang beses, hindi lang dadalawang beses na pupunta ka sa counseling. Okay? Next. The core values of counseling, it is for the respect of human dignity, the partnership, autonomy, pag sinabi na natin autonomy is independent, responsible caring, personality integrity, and social justice. Okay? Respect for human dignity. Counselor must provide a client unconditional positive regard, compassion, non-judgmental attitude, empathy, and trust. 'Di ba karamihan sa atin kapag meron tayong problema gusto nating magpa-counseling, ang nangyayari kasi ayaw natin. Nahihiya tayo kasi baka sabihin ng tao ganito, kasi baka sabihin ng tao ganyan. Okay? So si counselor, hindi kanyan hindi kanyan pag pumunta ka kay counselor, hindi kanyan hindi kanyan what do you call this? Hindi kanya sasabihan na, oh, ganito, ganyan, ganito, ganyan. No. He or she will not tell you that. Compassion, meron yan kay counselor. Non-judgmental. Hindi kanya, yan yung sinabi, hindi kanya i-judge na, ay, hindi ka pwede dito magpa-counseling, ganyan, ganyan. No? Empathy and trust. Ayun. They will put themselves in your shoes. And also, two-way yan. Dapat may trust ka kay counselor, may trust din dapat si counselor sa'yo. So, kumbaga, vice versa. Partnership, foster partnership with the various disciplines that come together to support an integrated healing that encompasses various aspects. So example ko lang ulit dito, no, yung sa akin noon, nag-counseling ako, pero nag-undergo din ako ng gamutan. So, magkaiba si psychiatrist ko at saka si counseling ko. So, ayun, nakikipag-partner yan para makita nila sa inyo na, okay ba to, ano bang magiging problem, improvement, ganyan. Kasi ang sabi, you cannot be improved if you are not taking the medicine. So, nag-uusap dati ang aking ngayon hindi lang ako makaakyat kasi sa Baguio kasi hindi na ganoon, wala pa akong proper documents. So, okay? Nag-uusap ang counselor ko at saka ang psychiatrist. Alright? Next, core values of counseling: responsible caring, respecting the potential every human being to change and continue to learning. So, ayun nga yung sinasabi ko na dapat maniwala na dapat yung ikaw na tao, i-encourage ka niyan na, di ba sabi nga nila, life is a continuous process of learning. At ang tao, pwede pong magbago. Minsan sabi natin, ang hirap magbago ng tao, no? Ang hirap baguhin ng isip, mindset ng tao, ng ugali ng tao. But I believe that everyone can change. Okay? Kailangan lang dumating doon sa point na dapat mag-mental maturity yung tao eh. Kailangan meron siyang, anong tawag dito? Kusa din naman kasi yan na mangyayari. Meron siyang maturity sa mind. Kasi iba po yung maturity sa age sa maturity sa mind natin. Okay? Autonomy, this entails respect or confidentiality and trust in the relationship of counseling. So, halimbawa, nagpunta ka kay counselor, hindi pwede na sabihin ni counselor yung mga, mga information mo na, oh, si ganito, halimbawa, may nagpa-counseling, may kakilala ka o kakilala siya. Kinikwento niya yung sinasabi mo, no, hindi pwede yung gano'n. That's why they are called professional counselors. Hindi pwede na basta-basta nila sabihin or hindi pwede. Actually, ang result niyan, nung nag-counseling po ako, sa family ko lang shinare yung result. And then, lahat po yan, may pipirmahan ka na confidentially before ka pa nila kunin sa counseling. Mag-counseling, papapirmahin ka pa nila ng confidentiality agreement. Kasi hindi pwede yan na paano kung nagpa-check up ka tapos yung doctor mo pala chinichismis ka and what not. So hindi yun pwede. Okay? Next, social justice: accepting and respecting the diversity of client or individual. Each one of us is unique. Okay? Pag sinabi nating diversity, iba-iba. Iba-iba yung maaasikaso mo na client. So, merong bata, merong teenager, merong matanda, iba-iba ng ugali, may bugnutin and everything. Iba-iba. Iba-iba din ng sitwasyon yung mga yan. So, how do the counselors do that? Okay? Kailangan yung counselor, alam din niya kung paano i-adjust. Kumbaga sa pagtuturo, kayo ng mga bata, halimbawa, kayo na 50 na students, 52 under HUMSS. Iba-iba kayo ng ugali. Ganun din yun sa social justice. Under, which is the core value, under one core value of counseling. Kailangan, alam mo kung paano mo i-approach yung client or yung individual na pupunta sa'yo. Kasi iba-iba yan ang problema. Okay? Next, personal integrity. Reflect personal integrity, honesty, and truthfulness. So, hindi pwedeng magsinungaling sa'yo si counselor. Halimbawa, pumunta ka ng counselor, tinanong mo, counselor, may ano po ba talaga ako, depression po ba ako, nag-undergo po ba ako ng depression? Tapos sasabihin sa'yo ng counselor na, ay wala po, ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Hindi pwede po yung ganoon. So, dapat maging honest, maging truthful yung counselor kung ano ba talaga yung nakikita niya sa'yo. Ano ba talaga yung problema? Ano ba talaga yung based on the assessment na ginawa niya sa'yo? May it be a under psychometric or under non numerical. Dapat sabihin niya yung totoo. Okay? Next. That's the last part, by the way, and this is gonna be your activity. Compare your previous answer in your activity 1 to the discussion here. What are the difference? What is slash are the difference? And then what are the new insights that you have gained from this discussion? And comment your answer below. Hindi nyo na po kailangan ilagay yung section ninyo kasi kayo lang po yung may discipline in applied social science under my name. So that's it for today. I hope you will have a great day ahead of you.